The provisions of leave under the Assam Shops and Establishments Act 1971 are provided under Chapter 3 from Section 12 to 16 of the Act. Section 12 provides for application of chapter. Section 13 provides for annual leave with wages. Section 14 provides for wages during leave period. Section 15 provides for power of inspector to act for employees, and Section 16 provides for power to exempt establishment. Let us discuss the sections thoroughly. Section 12. Application of chapter. The provisions of this chapter shall not operate to the prejudice of any right to which an employee be entitled under any other law or under the term of any award, agreement, or contract of service, provided that where such award, agreement, or contract of service provides for a longer leave with wages or weekly holidays than provided in this chapter, the employee shall be entitled to such longer leave or weekly holidays as the case may be. Explanation. For the purpose of this chapter, leave shall not, except as provided in Section 13, include weekly holidays or holidays for festivals or other similar occasions. Section 13. Annual leave with wages. Subsection 1. Every employee in an establishment shall be entitled after 12 months continuous service in that establishment to privilege leave with wages for a period of 16 days in the subsequent period of 12 months, provided that such privilege leave with wages may be accumulated up to maximum period of 30 days. Subsection 2. Every employee in an establishment shall also be entitled during every 12 months of continuous service to medical leave with wages for a period not exceeding 12 days on the ground of any sickness incurred or accident sustained by him, and to casual leave with wages for a period not exceeding 12 days on any reasonable ground. Subsection 3. If an employee entitled to any leave under subsection 1 is discharged by his employer before he has been allowed the leave, or if having applied for and been refused the leave, he quits his employment before he has been allowed the leave, the employer shall pay him the amount payable under this act in respect of the leave. Subsection 4. If an employee entitled to any leave under subsection 2 is discharged by his employer when he is sick or suffering from the result of an accident, the employer shall pay him the amount payable under this act in respect of the period of the leave to which he is entitled at the time of his discharge, in addition to the amount, if any, payable to him under subsection 3. Subsection 5. An employee shall be deemed to have completed a period of 12 months continuous service within the meaning of this section, notwithstanding any interruption in service during those 12 months brought about a. by sickness, accident, or authorized leave, including authorized holidays and weekly holidays, not exceeding 90 days in the aggregate for all three, or B. by a lockout, or C. by strike which is not an illegal strike, or clause D. by intermittent periods of involuntary unemployment not exceeding 30 days in the aggregate, and authorized leave shall be deemed not to include any weekly holiday allowed under this act which occurs at the beginning or end of an interruption brought about by the leave. Section 14. Wages during leave period. For the leave allowed to him under Section 13, an employee shall be paid at the rate equal to the daily average of his total full-time earning exclusive of any overtime earning and bonus, but inclusive of dearness allowance and the cash equivalent of any advantage accruing by the supply of meals and by the sale by the employer of food grains and other articles at concessional rates for the days on which he worked during the month immediately preceding his leave. Section 15. Power of inspectors to act for employees. Any inspector may institute proceedings on behalf of any employee to recover any sum required to be paid by an employer under this chapter which the employer has not paid. Section 16. Power to exempt establishment. Where the government is satisfied that the leave rules applicable to employees in an establishment provide benefits which in its opinion are not less favorable than those for which this chapter makes provisions, it may, by written order, exempt the establishment from all or any of the provisions of this chapter, subject to such conditions as may be specified in the order.